How many times have you found yourself wanting to do something to elevate to the next level, but you find yourself stuck in fear of taking the next step? That ends today because I'm going to show you everything you need to know about how to stop being scared of taking the next steps and how to elevate to the next level. So grab your pen, paper, anything you need to get ready, lock in, because it all starts with letting go of the fear of failure. Letting go of the fear of failure is what is going to set you apart from most people. Why is that? Because most people fear failure. Most people don't even try. Do you understand that the competition is little most of the time because people are too scared to try? Everybody wants the same things, but not everybody gets them. Some people get halfway, but some people don't ever make it, and it's because they didn't even start. Fearing failure is basically saying you don't want it at all. Because if you wanted it, you wouldn't care about the potential of failing, because you wouldn't even believe there's a possibility of failure. If you really want something, you can get it. The world is in our hands. We just have to grab what we want and take it to be ours. If you're fearing failure, you're basically saying you don't want it. And what coincides with the fear of failure is the fear of others' opinions. Others' opinions is the next thing that holds people back so much. Why? Because you're worried what people are going to say about you. You're worried what people are going to think if you're trying to do something. But the funny thing is, everybody's laughing, everybody's talking, doing whatever they want until you become successful. You are too worried about what people are going to say rather than getting the results that you're actually after. You don't care about what people have to say when you're on top, but it's the journey of getting there where you're too busy listening to everybody else. Because when you're at the top, the results speak for you. You don't have to say anything, and you don't have to worry about what people are saying. So if you can just drown out all of the nonsense that's happening right now while you're building up, you understand that if you just keep your vision focused, you will get to the top, and then suddenly you'll realize, oh wait, the people that are talking down here, they don't matter. So I'm gonna just stick to what I have to do and keep doing. I'm gonna keep winning. That's the mindset you need to have. You cannot be worried about people's opinions. That is the biggest waste of time. Okay, fear of failure, that's one thing. But if you're worrying about what people are going to say, that is just weakness. You cannot be worried about what people are going to say. Because no matter what, no matter who you are, if you're Kendrick Lamar, if you're Drake, I don't know, Beyonce, Will Smith, whoever it is, even the people at the top of the world, there's always somebody saying something bad. But you know, people that are saying something bad, they're never above you or on the same level. They're always below. So if somebody is saying something bad about you, or they don't like what you're doing, leave them down there. Keep doing what you have to do. Stay firm on your mission, and you'll get to where you want to be. Now that we've got that nonsense out the way, we're going to talk about something that has held me back personally for a long time, and that is perfectionism. Fun fact, when I was 17 years old, I actually started trying to make these videos, but I was so caught up trying to make things perfect. I wanted the perfect microphone, I wanted the perfect camera, the perfect lighting, the perfect this, the perfect that. Okay, I had other environmental factors and things going on in my life at that time, which also was a burden on top, which made things difficult. But it all came back to one thing. I wasn't ready to release anything. And it comes to other things, other projects that I've been working on in my life, where if it wasn't perfect, I didn't want it at all, because I have such a high standard for myself. I want things to be top tier. I want it to be perfect, otherwise I don't want it at all. But the big but is, if you do not start, you will never get anywhere. You have to get comfortable with things not being perfect. In these videos, there's mess ups that I do, you know, messy writing, there is other little things, sometimes the camera's off, whatever. The lighting, there's a million things that I notice that I do wrong in these videos. But do you know what? I realized when I'm watching somebody else's videos or somebody else's music or somebody else's TV show, whatever, I'm not noticing all their little mess ups. But the creator behind whatever project I'm watching, they are going to notice where they messed up. But I didn't. And the same thing goes for this as well. You, the viewer, probably don't notice or even care if you do notice about the little mess ups that I do in these videos. But I do. I notice it. But the thing is, the world doesn't care, and if you're stuck being a perfectionist, you will never get anywhere. So how do we combat these things? Good question. We start to engage and put ourselves out there. If you are staying forever in your comfort zone and you're worrying about failure, people's opinions, and trying to be a perfectionist, you won't ever get anywhere. Why? Because you are just doing the same things that you've always been comfortable with. You aren't engaging, you aren't putting yourself out there in a YouTube video like this. If you want to make music, you aren't putting your music out there. If you want to be an actor, you aren't putting your skits or your TikToks, your movies, whatever. You're not putting it out there. So how do you expect to ever be where you want to be? I was just holding that like a mic. Anyway, if you want to be a bedroom artist, if you want to be a bedroom actor, whatever, that's fine. But if you want to actually succeed, if you want to do something significant, you have to put yourself out there. You have to put yourself in the spotlight where people can judge you, people can hate you, but also people can love you, people can respect you, people can admire and learn and do all these amazing things with your content that you put out. Whatever it is you're trying to do, put yourself out there. Don't limit yourself by staying in your bedroom. As well as engaging, we also have to try new things. Now, if we aren't trying new things, then how can we ever expect to learn? How can we ever expect to see growth? If we are just doing the same things on repeat and we're not trying anything new, we're not trying new foods, we're not trying new activities, new hobbies, new skills, then how can we ever excel to the next level? We can't, because we're just doing what's familiar. We're just doing the same things we've always done. Reading books is a great thing. But if you get to the end of a book and you just keep reading the same book, you can only learn so much. You can only learn what that book has to offer. But if you have 10 books, you can learn how to be a plumber. You can learn how to fly a plane. You can learn how to drive a train. You can learn anything. So open yourself up to new ideas, new skills, new lessons, new things, which means new failures as well. And we can't be scared of failures. And here is the most important part. I'm gonna put it in green so it stands out, it's bright. You must follow your calling. Following your calling, the purpose that you have inside your heart, we all have it. There is something that has been placed within us that we know we must pursue. Whether that's music, whether that's being an artist, whether that's doing whatever. If you wanna be a train driver, if that's what's been put in your heart, and you're called to do, then become the best train driver that there possibly can be. Be the best that you can at anything. We all have this calling, and the world today is designed to pull us away. Why do you think TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, it's all so accessible? It's on your phone. Why do you think everybody is addicted these days? Why? Because it's just easier to scroll, get that dopamine, rather than getting the real dopamine from pursuing something that has been put in your heart to do, where you could change the world. You could do something magnificent. You could do all these amazing things. But it's easier just to scroll on your phone, right? Chase your calling. Stop letting it sit in the back of your mind, getting all dusty because you haven't done anything with it. We have this energy placed within us, this creative energy, this energy that we must utilize. Otherwise, it's gonna burn like a fire. I had the fire to do these videos for so many years, but I just suppressed it. I put everything else in front. I made excuses. I was being a perfectionist. I had all these fears of people's opinions, of failures, all this nonsense. But nothing happens until you just start. You will be in the same position that you've always been in unless you make it happen now. Follow your calling. If you get just one thing from this video, let it be that. Follow your calling. But all in all, stop being scared of your failures, of people's opinions. Stop trying to be a perfectionist as well. Engage, try new things, and follow your calling. I'm gonna leave it at that. Short and simple for today. Like, comment, subscribe, send this video to someone who needs it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.